Started. So once again, a very good evening to all the lovely, beautiful ladies who have joined in here with me for our special event on winter wellness, how to thrive in the cold months. And I'm very sure that, you all are very much looking forward to this session and prepare yourself to have a, much easier winter months as such. So let me introduce myself. I'm Dr. Shruti. I'm an Ayurvedic doctor, as well as, I play the role of health coach at Nirva, and I lead the team of health coaches at Nirva. And today I'm very happy to host this event for you all. So I'll be there to walk you down entirely throughout this session. So if you have any question, queries, or anything, as I just said in the beginning, please feel free to post in the chat box. I'll be more than happy to help you out. And now, let me tell you, what are we going to cover today in next couple of minutes as such, right? Like what exactly you're going to learn in here in today's session. So we're going to talk about major changes during the winter season, the individual factors influencing winter health issues, and common health concerns that arise during the winter season. And then definitely, the holistic and natural approach through Ayurveda to battle this. And definitely, most importantly, Ayurveda is never complete without Ayurveda therapies as such, right? So we'll be talking about Ayurveda therapies for winter wellness. And yeah, definitely, we'll be giving you a visual tour of the Nirva Retreat and a short glimpse of the Nirva Retreat, what we have along with us. Okay. So I hope everyone is prepared enough to, listen to all these interesting information that we are going to talk about today. So with that, let me introduce our speaker for the day. We have with us Dr. Naveen Chandran, who's a passionate Ayurvedist with 10 plus years of clinical experience within and outside India. He's also an osteopath, having an international diploma from European School of Osteopathy, UK, with 5 plus years of practical experience in manual therapy. He has done his bachelor's and master's in Ayurveda, and also he's the chief medical officer at Nirva. So I'm very happy to introduce Dr. Naveen before everyone. Dr. Naveen, welcome to this session, and I'm handing over the session to you.
Thank you, Dr. Shruti. Hi, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. Hope you're all ready and enjoying evening, right? So today it's a rainy day, look, right? Damp and cold, windy, rainy, is it? Okay, so before we deep dive into this topic, would you mind sharing maybe if you have any concerns, like, if you're a person looking for a health information for any of your problems that you think might or would get worse during winter. It could be any problem, maybe joint health issues, allergies, respiratory problems. So we already have had one comment here from Christine. So Christine is asking any advice, Shruti, on how to, it went up. Yeah, assess people like myself with poorly chest symptoms in winter. Definitely, Christine. I'll be giving a lot of, today's session is more about, you did like going through a lot of topics. So I'll be giving a general picture on how you will have to, thrive yourself during this whole winter period, just a roadmap. Okay. And so we have more responses coming in. Asthma. Okay. Low immunity. Catch virus. Joint health issues, especially knees and low back. Okay, I get digestive issues, tonsillitis and cold cough turn. Okay, have you started? Okay, hi Marlin, we have already started, by the way. Faiza is saying sore joints and stiffness. Okay, Faiza, thank you. Okay, how to keep immune system strong to keep COVID at bay? For not get cold or flu without having the flu jab. Okay. Okay, Marisa. Any others? Thanks for sharing all your comments. That's so lovely. So it gave me a whole picture. Now I'm pretty sure that I'm going to deliver a session which might help all of you. Don't have any cold, but sometimes I sneeze a lot, says Rupa. I get chilblains and okay tone. Okay, so cold weather can give out. We have Lynn commenting, I suffer with sinus issues and sore lips at work. This is blowout heat. Okay, cool. Thank you for sharing. Now I'll share my screen. Okay, now I'll give you an idea of what actually happens, why all these changes happen in your body, and what should be your approach towards these problems. So if you see, you can see your road through your autumn to your winter, right? So this is your journey, your road to the winter. So this happens as you just mentioned. Today is a rainy day. It must be so cold. I mean, temperature. So if you consider summer was hot and dry, but now the temperature has suddenly started to decrease and it has become more damp, rainy, cold, right? So what happens, this actually is a sudden change happening in your nature that will create a lot of changes in your body. So most of the time people used to find it quite difficult to adjust to this weather because weather is getting more and more tough. So during autumn season, you can see two major factors. One is cold, and the other one is wet weather, right? So both these can lead to more and more inflammations and infections and low immune system. But when you go to winter, this again gets even worse, bad to worse. So, for example, here you see it becomes even colder. Not just that, it becomes more darker as well, isn't it? So that affects not just your body but your mental health as well. During that dark time, people used to have winter blues. Especially people used to mention is during the month of January and February, when the New Year celebration is over and you have to go to work, back to work, and you feel quite low, right? So winter affects not just the body but the mind as well. So what happens basically is here, because of the cold, dry weather and darkness, your vata will increase. So during winter season, fall through winter, you can see. So Ayurveda is based on this functional element, as most of you are aware. So when there is changes in the season, that will affect your doshas as well in your body, the functional bioenergies in your body. So you can see three major seasons and the three major doshas. During the fall and winter, vata is predominant. So that is where we have to address all our regimes, all our eating, daily routine. Everything should be around this vata. So let's take cold and dry weather. How cold and dry weather affect our body? So cold temperatures lead to lower humidity and dry air. That itself is the best feeding ground for vata. So vata will increase in your body. And not just that, you can see the nature is shedding everything, right? There is lesser plant growth. The same happens to your skin as well. Your skin will shed more cells. So that's why your body will get dry faster. You won't be able to hold moisture in your skin. Your skin will get drier faster. If you will not protect yourself with good warming cloth, that will be even faster and more tougher. Then there will be increased wind, right? You can't predict. So winter is all about lack of predictions. Like, I mean, not lack of predictions, but inability to predict, because always it can be different. Your temperature can change. Sometimes it can rain. Sometimes it can be windy. So this unpredictability itself is a challenge for many people. This again can even, unpredictability always increases vata. When your body is challenged every day with different factors, that even further increases the vata. So it can lead to different problems. It can affect your skin, your joints, your respiratory system, your circulation, and overall energy levels as well. Then the next major changes, days become shorter and nights become longer. So this affects your mind. If you've seen, as we said, winter blues, it's actually, there is more about, I have got more to tell you about this. I'll tell more about this in the coming slides. But generally when there is longer night, it affects the social and physical activity, social life as well as physical activity of a person. This disrupts the circadian rhythm of a person, which controls the biological clock of a person's body, which controls their hormone release in their body, which controls different biological functions of a body. This can affect the sleep pattern and energy levels as well. This altogether leads to winter blues, or they call it winter depression. So it is very essential to maintain a proper daily routine during winter. Otherwise, you will find it quite difficult to cope, because the atmosphere, the
nature around you is quite challenging, and if you don't have a plan for yourself, that will lead to increase of tamas as per Ayurveda in your body, I mean in your mind. So there are three states of mind: sattva, rajas, and tamas. You might have heard. So when tamas increases in the body, that leads to changes in the mind. I mean, when the tamas increases in the mind, changes in the mind. One of the major changes that that happens from tamas is tendency for comfort eating. You lose self control and you resort to more and more comfort eating because it's called outside. Mind and body prefers more warm foods, comforting foods, hearty foods like soups, stews, casseroles. They're all healthy foods, but there is a tendency to overindulge in these kinds of foods. Say, for example, instead of drinking water, you end up drinking more warm beverages, which is tea, coffee, and hot chocolate like drinks. This might disrupt your gut health, your digestive health, and your bowel movements, and many other problems. Then overindulging in high calorie foods. So both high calorie and high fat foods are comfort foods because both can increase happy hormones in your brain. So when you are in tamas, stage of tamas, where you're feeling down in terms of self inspiration, you resort to more of these kinds of foods, which will give you more happy hormones, secrete more happy hormones, and you feel more comfort when you eat these foods, which are most of the time high calorie and high fat foods. So also people indulge more in non-vegetarian foods. First of all, vegetables are not so plenty during winter. The quality of is not so good, not so fresh. And on top of that, you tend to eat more and more non-vegetarian foods. This will come with more saturated fat and more fat in your blood vessels and in your body, and automatically you start gaining more weight also. So here a mindful approach is very important. If you're not having a plan at all, you end up having problems. So you have to have a plan during winter. Then what are the health challenges? The major health challenge is dehydration. When I say dehydration, this is not a simple thing because dehydration is one of the major reasons for early aging, because dehydration will not leave any part of your body untouched because your water is one of the major elements in your body, right? So people often feel not thirsty during winter, right? Because you don't feel like drinking water. On top of that, you will have tendency to drink more caffeinated drinks like coffee or teas or sometimes alcohols. If you see, caffeine and alcohol both are diuretics. I mean, that will take more water from your body and that will pass more water through your urine. So that can lead to even further dehydration. And dry skin. So lack of humidity in the nature will absorb more water from your skin, and that makes it even more drier, especially if you're a person having a dry skin already or an allergy skin. This will be even a difficult time for you. Then on top of that, when there is heating system indoors, they will also make it, always, because of the regular heat, that will dry out the skin even further, and that will increase the dryness even more. Then joint and muscle pain is very common because generally for a muscle and a tendon in your joint to function, the optimal temperature is around 35 degrees. So below 35 degrees, I mean, from 35 to 41 degrees of temperature, your body functions ideally. Your ligaments, your muscles, and all the structures. That's why when you warm up yourselves, you feel more relaxed and your body can be more stretchable. But imagine the temperature goes down, especially when it reaches up to 25 degrees, that creates spasm in your muscles and joints. So especially if you're a person having a joint health problem already, this makes it even difficult. And you start to having stiffer and painful joints with more inflammation, because cold weather can lead to more inflammation as well. Then respiratory problems. So some of the common respiratory problems are called flu and bronchitis. If you see, what happens here is when the dryness increases, this will dry out the normal mucus in your respiratory walls. This normal mucus is giving this helps for resistance against external infections. So this is the resistance barrier in your respiratory tract, your lung walls. So this can lead to frequent infections. When the mucus dry out, that leads to frequent infections from exterior. Then on top of that, again, internal heating systems, indoor heating systems can also reduce humidity further. Then that increases the risk factors even more. Then, as we mentioned about seasonal, like winter blues, this is actually called seasonal affective disorder or winter depression. There is no clear evidence about how this happens, but there are two major theories. The major cause is lack of sunlight, which can lead to low serotonin levels. Serotonin is a happy hormone, which is secreted in your brain when sunlight passes through your eyes, through your retina, and reaches your brain centers. That helps to secrete serotonin, and not just that, another hormone, melatonin. So melatonin is a sleep hormone. So what happens? Your sleep will be disrupted, and your hypothalamus, which is the master gland in your body, which controls your eating habits, your energy levels, your mood, and your sleep habits, completely get disrupted, and that affects your sleep, your eating habits, and your energy levels. So you feel low in terms of energy and more depressed. This, as I said, this becomes even severe when you pass through the months of December, January, and February. Then comes cardiovascular problems. When there is low temperature, that constricts your small blood vessels. Especially if you're a person having already some cardiac risk factors, this increases your risk factors, because when the small blood vessel constrict, your heart will have to pump blood against an increased resistance from the blood vessel walls, and that increases the blood pressure, and that can affect peripheral circulation. So some people who used to have arthritic conditions, some of the autoimmune arthritis, they used to have more problems, stiffness during these months because of peripheral heart problems, vascular problems. Then allergies again, indoor allergens are quite high. As I said, two major reasons that used to cause this problem is, one is, as we said, your skin itself will be shedding more cells, and your room, your indoor, will be having more these kinds of dust because of the dead cell from your skin. And especially if you have any pets at home, they will have more pet dander, which also will pollute the indoors. So if you're a person keeping your windows always closed, that will make it even worse. So your home, your bedrooms, your living rooms, all will be with more dust that can lead to more allergies. Then dryness can lead to itch, scratch cycle. So when your skin gets dry, you itch it, then that leads to scratch. That scratch leads to again more itching. Then you again keep on scratching, and that leads to injuries, and that can lead to infections, secondary infections. Then weight gain. So because we tend to eat more hearty foods and more heavy foods, more unsaturated fat from animal sources like milk and red meat, that can lead to weight gain. And on top of that, when you have lesser physical activity, and that can lead to weight gain and obesity. Okay, now what we can do about these things? First of all, during winter, your body needs more energy. That's for sure, right? But you should have a balance between how you take these nutrients and how you utilize those nutrients. So diet-wise, warm and nourishing foods are the best during winter, no doubt. This helps to counteract the cold, dry, and windy qualities of the winter. Because warm, like soups and porridges, say for example, with some hearty foods, some spices, they are the best foods during winter, because that can help to moisturize your system. And unlike other foods, like raw vegetables or fruits, they won't hydrate, or they will not oleate your body like soups, stews, cooked grains, and porridges would do. Root vegetables are good, like carrot, beetroot. They are all heating for the body, and you get more such vegetables, and you can use them as well, because they can heat up your system, your body, and increase the core temperature. Then you can add spices, which are not so hot spices. Say, for example, during winter, we tend to take more spices, right? But when you take more spices, what happens is that can irritate your small blood vessels, because that will dilate those blood vessels, especially if you're a person having skin problems, sensitive skin, like an allergy, atopic skin or allergy skin. When you take more spices, that can lead to itching. So instead of that, you can go for mild spices like ginger, black pepper in very small amounts if you're not having allergies. Cinnamon is good, and cloves, all those mild spices like bay leaf, They are all good to try during winter because that helps to boost the digestion and increase the core body temperature. Then clarified butter, ghee, you might have heard about this. Clarified butter is one of the best choices that you can try out during winter. You can take half to 1 teaspoon of clarified butter along with your soup or your porridge, or just empty stomach first thing in the morning. You can try this. This can help to hydrate your body, help your skin to hold more water, because this internal oleation process, your ghee can actually reach up to your skin, and that can actually decrease the dryness of the skin, and that helps you to prevent water loss through your skin during winter. And physical activity is essential, but you shouldn't be indulging in very severe physical activities. Like if you're a person who used to do a lot of weight training, or too much of cardio, like running long distances, these all severe exercises or hardcore exercises should be completely avoided during winter. But at the same time, you have to do regular warm-ups. So your temperature should at least, at a point where your temperature reaches around 40 degrees, that kind of increase in body temperature can really help to improve your circulation. So regular and moderate exercise is very important during winter, but not severe exercise, because you don't need that, because your metabolic rate will be high and the temperature is quite low, and you have to conserve more energy. So you shouldn't be spending too much of energy by doing severe exercise. And yoga and gentle stretching helps a lot in terms of reducing this depressive thought and moods, and that helps to warm up and increase the flexibility of the joints and reduce injuries. So people used to have more injuries during winter. This can be prevented by this. Coming to sleep, again, this is one of the major challenges, as we said, especially for people who used to have winter blues. Their sleep used to be all over the place. So you have to have a proper sleep regime, not depending on the sunrise or sunset time. So you make sure that you get adequate sleep during the long nights of winter. So you should have a proper sleep regime. So for example, try to go to bed at least before 11 p.m., not later. So if you are a person, generally what happens during winter is you won't have much, opportunity to go outside and, interact with people because of the limited social life. So people most of the time start using their gadgets, especially in the evening after work or studies. And that affects their sleep, and they try to watch movies or something, and they stay awake after 12 in the night, and they wake up generally later in the morning because the sun rises later only. So this disrupts the sleep-wake cycle, and that itself can lead to a lot of problems. So you have to have a consistent sleep schedule. This is very important during winter, irrespective of the sun rising or sun setting time. Maintain a warm and comfortable sleeping environment, because melatonin production will be lower. You have to keep this in mind, and to increase that, you have to increase, you have to make your bed that will help you to improve your sleep. Then you have to have a daily routine. Once you wake up in the morning, try to wake up at least before sunrise and do some Surya Namaskar, which is a special Ayurveda combination of asanas. You might have already experienced this. Yoga. So this is very effective for stretching all the muscles and joints in your body. You can't see any other combination which stretches all the muscles and joints in your body. Then meditation and pranayama exercises. Pranayama is the controlled breathing. I'll explain how it helps. Meditation, generally, as you know, meditation helps to reduce stress hormones and improve sleep, and gives us calmness to the mind. In the afternoon, try to connect with people. So to improve this social life, you should indulge in more productive activities and connect with others. Spend time with friends, family, and colleagues in the afternoon, or indulge in some hobbies or reading, or whatever you like to do every day, so that you can keep yourself active and refreshed. And focus on some evening workouts, like some cardio exercise, my cardio. And in the morning, you can focus more on stretches and meditation. Okay, when it comes to winter, keep these things in mind. You definitely will have to avoid or limit these things. First is cold and heavy foods, and exposure to cold and damp conditions. So wear comfortable clothes, warming clothes when you are going outside, especially your feet. So if your feet is getting cold, even if you wear good jackets, that will increase your vata. So make sure that you have very good, warming socks and footwears while you step outside. Then second thing is avoid processed foods. Again, processed foods, tendency to use processed foods are more common. So this can disrupt your digestion and cause more imbalances. Then avoid inflammatory proteins like milk and red meat. That can give more skin problems during winter and respiratory problems as well. And focus more on vegetable proteins, like lentils or any kind of legumes for that matter. Then avoid or limit warming beverages like coffee and tea, especially if you're a person having gut health problems. And how you can hydrate yourself is drink warm water. This is the best choice. Drinking warm water is one of the best things that you can do during winter. This can improve your gut health, increase your digestion, improve your sleep, hydrate you better, and even reduce respiratory problems and allergy problems and skin problems. If you want something else like a herbal tea, you can try with cinnamon, ginger, and turmeric. These three combinations are wonderful. Either you can go them separately, like you can go for a cinnamon tea or a ginger tea or a turmeric tea, or you can even combine these in a single tea. Then comes winter care. Skin and body care is very important during winter. I'll give you some important information here. So if you're a person who really want to take care of your hair and skin during winter, using Ayurveda herbal oils, these are some of the major factors that you have to keep in mind. One is when you use oil for head, always go for coconut oil. And if you want some herbal oils, you can add, there are herbal oils coming with cardamom, boswellia. These are good herbs that helps to reduce dandruff and scalp dryness. So you can go for this. When it comes to face, also coconut oil is the best. And saffron, turmeric are the two herbs that can be used in this coconut oil. You can get herbal oils based on coconut oil, or we can help you with names of these oils. If you're interested, you can get your advice from your consultant and they can help you. Then if you have dry skin, sesame oil and almond oil are the best. If you can't get sesame oil, you can go for almond oil as well. Both are heating in nature. And if you have dry sensitive skin, then don't go for sesame seed oil. That might give you more trouble. Instead of that, go for coconut oil with some herbs like turmeric, ficus tree barks, Indian gooseberry. There are oils that come with those come with these kinds of herbs. Then if you have a joint health problem, again go for sesame oil with herbs like Indian hostas root, garlic, ginger root, tamarind leaf. These are all anti-inflammatory herbs and that can heat up the joints and reduce the joint stiffness and pain. Then for food, combine ghee with sesame oil because food gets dried more, because food gets affected more during winter. So along with that, maybe you can combine beeswax. Again, there are oils, which are in the market, which are Ayurvedic herbal oils. You can get advice and try these things, but keep these things in mind. This is very important. And winter escape. This is actually a new idea, not a new idea, but this is quite effective. But this is something you might have not tried or you might have already done. You used to travel to different other temperate climates, right, during winter. Why don't you try this? Because this is very effective. You can travel to any places where there is beach and temperate weather during winter. This gives you a wonderful break during winter. This helps to prevent all the health issues that I already mentioned. All the health issues. Imagine you take a break for 2 weeks and you travel to some of these places. This would be one of the best choices that you can try. Then there are many therapies in Ayurveda. Even if you are traveling to other places, these temperate weathers, you can try these retreats in these places with these therapies. They are Abhyanga, Nasya, Takradhara, and Pitasveda. I'll just give you an idea how it works. Before that, I'll hand it over to Shruti. I'll stop sharing.
So thank you, Dr. Naveen. So as Dr. Naveen was, talking about the importance of, being in a temperate climate and, the importance of Ayurveda therapies as such. So before we talk about the rest of the session, like if you would like to know more about, the Nirva Retreat as such, because, we have a lot of you who have recently joined and, become a part of Nirva, right? So I would like to give you a glimpse of authentic Ayurveda therapies and experience of some of our clients with the therapies, Ayurveda diet, healthy daily routine, etc. at Nirva Retreat. So allow me a moment wherein, I can give you a glimpse of this. Yes.
I've been looking into holistic ways of healing and read about Ayurveda. And when I was talking to Nirva, and I realised that they've actually got a retreat. Hi, I'm Dina from London. I've had such a good time. I've found it such a good way to sort of relax and get away from sort of your day-to-day and just have time and space to think. Having a yoga session to start off your day, having personalised diets. The food is very delicious. There's been cooking classes, pranayama or yoga nidra sessions, personalised yoga sessions depending on what issues you may have. The fact that you can speak to a doctor daily, I've had the best experience. I would definitely recommend the NRA Retreat.
So Sukhi, now you being in Kerala and experiencing the authentic Ayurveda therapies. So how do you feel about it, and how did we all make it happen?
It's just amazing how it happened, right? Because I hadn't been for a couple of years because of COVID and other challenges. And then when I knew I was ready to go on another retreat, I actually reached out to you after I'd done a bit of research about where to go, where not to go. And I actually thought, no, this time I'm going to Kerala because it's the birth of Ayurveda, and why haven't I been to yet, right? And here we are. And it's because of your support and because of the journey I've had with you. I absolutely trust your judgment.
My name is Veronica. I'm Italian, but I live in London. I joined Nirva just over a year ago, and now I decided to take this retreat here in Kerala. Kerala is amazing. I just love the nature and the colors and all the lives and the people that are really smiley and welcoming, very caring. It's been amazing. I'm really enjoying it. The treatments are wonderful. All the structures are very dreamy. Ayurveda therapies has been great so far. I've done Abhyanga and Shirodhana, which is great. It's very relaxing, very calming and beautiful. The food is great. I love all the soups, and they feel very nourishing. What I think I am going to take away from this holiday is the importance of taking care of myself, slowing down and just listen to my body.
My name is Mamta. I am from US, North Carolina, United States, and I joined Nirva in March. I personally feel so blessed to have you guys, and you guys put it in such a way that people can benefit it more instead of going to these quick fixes. And healing, the healing has to be from inside. I highly recommend Nirva retreat to everyone, and it's worth every single penny, and you will not regret it. It's one of the best humble experience you will have, and you will get to know who you are being in this retreat.
I hope everyone felt that interesting. So if you would like to, know more about Nirva Retreat as such, and, to explore more about the options that you have got, you can book in a discovery call as such. So I'm going to help you with that. It will only take 1 or 2 minutes before we, listen to the rest of the interesting information that Dr. Naveen has got. So I'm going to put in a link in the chat box wherein you can book in a discovery call, wherein, we can help you with the itinerary, the pricing, the accommodations, the seasonal discounts, and most importantly, addressing your queries as such. So I have put a link in the chat box. So those of you who are going to plan your, wellness vacation, either this year or in the upcoming year of 2024, we would be more than happy to, be a part of this wellness vacation for you. So all you have to do is book in a discovery call. So I'm going to quickly show you how to do that. So you can see a link in the chat box. So when you open that link, you will see a calendar like this, wherein you can see the dates that are available. So when you click onto any of these dates, you will be able to see the timings that are available. So please click onto the timing that is most suitable for you, and please enter your name, email ID, and your contact number. Okay. So this is all you have to do as a first step, about exploring more about the Nirva Retreat, through which you can plan your upcoming wellness vacation. Okay, I have put the link in the chat box, so I'm gonna wait for a couple of seconds till every one of you book in, and after that we can continue with the rest of the interesting information which Dr. Naveen has got. And if you have any doubts or any other queries or anything, please post to me in the chat box. I'll be more than happy to take it. So I'm putting the link again in the chat box. So those of you who would like to plan your wellness vacation anytime this year or next year, please, use the link in the chat box and schedule a discovery call wherein we can discuss in detail about the itinerary, the type of things involved, and, the accommodation, etc. Okay, so I'll wait for a couple of seconds. So we have some of you booking in. Okay. If you need any other help or anything, please let me know. I can help you. So I'll put the link in the chat box once again. So those of you who would like to explore more about Nirva Retreat and would like to collect the information, you can open the link and schedule a call, and wherein, we can discuss more about it. It's about half an hour. Some of you are completing the booking. Please allow us time so that, they can complete the booking, and thereafter we can continue with the rest of the information. Posted the link once again in the chat box if any one of you have missed it. Okay, Julie's safe. She has done the booking. Great. We have a couple of others also who have completed the booking. Wonderful. If anyone needs any further help, let us know. We can help accordingly. Okay. Deborah also has done the booking. Wonderful. Great. So I think some of you are on the verge of completing the booking. Take your time. In the meantime, I'll hand it over to Dr. Naveen to continue with the rest of the interesting information. Those of you who are in between booking, please complete it and just lend your ear to Dr. Naveen.
Thank you, Dr. Shruti. So yeah, once again, welcome back. So, since I was mentioning about winter escape, right? Though I was using that word, actually, this is quite something that you can seriously consider to any place for that matter. If you're planning to travel to any temperate weather places, especially if you have a good beach side, if you're a person having atopic dermatitis or psoriasis, definitely staying in that place itself can fix your problem. Because that weather, that humidity used to improve the skin condition a lot, and people who are having respiratory problems also used to feel drastic improvement. Joint health problems, depressive thoughts like winter blues, that helps a lot. Imagine you're taking a break for 2 weeks, that can change. You get more time to relax and take a break and get back to your work after that. So coming to some of the procedures that you can consider while you are on your vacation is, one is Abhyanga, which is oil massage. Either you can do this on your own, or if you really want to have a more relaxing massage using oil, Abhyanga is a procedure, is a therapy in Ayurveda, which helps a lot in terms of problems during winter weather. Because Abhyanga can help to reduce pain and stiffness in your joints, in your body. It helps to relieve the stress, improve the sleep quality if you're a person suffering from sleep issues. So some of you have been mentioning about joint health problems, right? Abhyanga is a very good choice that you can try. Then this promotes a sense of overall well-being, so that harmonizes your body and your mind. Then if you're a person having respiratory problems, frequent upper respiratory tract infections, as I said, one of the major reasons for this is drying out of your mucous membrane in your nasal wall. So this procedure, this is called oil pulling using herbal oils.
This helps to reinstate the internal health, I mean, the facial or the wall health of your nasal mucosa, the nose. It improves the sinus health if you have chronic sinusitis, which gets worse during winter when the mucus dries up. Then this relieves nasal congestion also, strengthens the senses, all your senses, not just your nose, but your eyes and ears and even the hair, and enhances mental health as well. Then this is yet another procedure called Takradhara. Dhara means, pouring, bath or something like in Sanskrit. So Takra means this is a medicated sour, this is herbal sour buttermilk with decoction. So this is immensely beneficial in skin problems. If you have inflammatory skin problems with dryness, like atopic dermatitis or psoriasis, this is one of the best therapies that you can try. It can relieve your problem just in 1 week. One course of therapy can improve your condition a lot. Then this helps to remove scalp dryness and dandruff if you do this on the head also. It helps to reduce stress and reduce blood pressure, because this can help to dilate your blood vessels and reduce your blood pressure, high blood pressure. This heals secondary infection of the skin. If you have an allergy skin and with some secondary infections, this can also be healed using this procedure. Then comes yet another procedure called Pindasweta. This is herbal bolus fermentation. This helps mostly for people having joint health issues, more deep problems like stiffness of your joints, for example. This can improve the circulation in chronic joint health, having joint health problems. So chronic conditions can be improved. And this helps to improve the circulation and reduce the stiffness. This can also reduce joint pain and inflammation. And this can help to relax muscles and fascia. So yeah, these are some of the Ayurvedic therapies that you can seriously consider, which will be really beneficial during winter. So either you can travel to, Kerala. Kerala is the homeland of Ayurveda, where we conduct these retreat programs combining all these procedures with therapeutic yoga. But if you don't have chance to come to Kerala, you can consider doing these therapies at least at your hometown, or at least the place where you're living. So that could be really helpful. So with that, I'm winding up my session. And if you have many more queries, I'm more than happy to take that. And over to Shruti once again. Thank you, Dr.
Thank you, Dr. Naveen. I hope everyone found this session interesting, and most of you might have got, a lot of information to prepare yourself for the winter months ahead. And I'm pretty sure, most of you will follow it. And I appreciate everyone, participating in this session. And as I said earlier, we have a lot of members who have joined us recently in the month of September and October. For them, I would like to give you a glimpse of, what the Nirva Retreat would look like, and, what and all you're going to experience over there, what pricing is involved, and all those options as such. So those of you who are interested in, knowing more about the retreat and this planning for, attending the retreat sometime in near future, I would kindly request you to stay back, and definitely, I'll be more than happy to walk you through the retreat aspect as such. Okay. So those of you who are interested in knowing more about the retreat can stay back, wherein I'm going to give you a visual tour and, a glimpse of the retreat as such. Others, thank you so much for joining today. Okay, so I'm gonna take in through the Nirva Retreat visual tour. So just allow me a moment. We have a lot of new members who have joined us, so let's give them a quick glimpse of it. Okay, wonderful. Just a quick. So next, I have a visual tour of this Nirva Retreat, which is happening in Kerala, India, which is known and God's own country for all the beauty that it beholds. Did you like the visual tour of the Nirva retreat? It was, so good, warming as such, right? To plan a wellness vacation for yourself, right? So it's not about, the visual beauty, or it's not just about the temperate climate, or, whatever you are foreseeing. There are, a lot of other things that we have, planned and for you, or, we have it stored for you. As you can see, like, it involves personalized Ayurveda therapy, Ayurveda hands-on learning sessions, as some of them were saying, and, Ayurveda meal plan, local city tours, wherein, you can get to know more about the culture, tradition of Kerala, and most importantly, having a group yoga session in the morning to get yourself started for the day by the beautiful sunrise, and, a lot more. And definitely, all these requires guidance and support. So think about it. Every day you're having an Ayurvedic consultation with your expert Ayurveda doctor as well, right? So these are, some of the things that we have, in store for you. And also, like, in the February, like, we are organizing a special group retreat wherein, you can meet the fellow Nirva members and, Nirva team as well. And also we have planned a lot of activities for the month of February as such, like cultural immersion, Kathakali, Mehendi, artwork, Kerala sari draping, local city tour, and definitely, what is travel without shopping, right? And also, like, we are planning a mangrove forest visit, foggy mountains, like, to get immersed into the nature as such, wherein you get to see a variety of scenic places, experiences of, boating, and, a lot of backwater kayaking, and a lot more into water sports as well. So this will be, the special things that we have planned for the February group retreat as such. Okay. And these are, some of the beautiful moments that we had, during our client visit, the recent timing. As you can see, this is Tina, we have Veronica, we have Sankita, Mamta, a lot of clients. This is Nikki. So, there are a lot of clients who have recently visited us. And, these are some of the glimpses of them meeting their, treatment team members, like their health coaches, their Ayurveda consultant, and a lot more. Because it's so different when we meet in person, right? Like, we have been talking since years, I have been talking to some of you since a couple of years, like 1 or 2 years as such, right? But when you meet in person, it's a different kind of energy as such. And some of our clients have got, the beautiful opportunity to meet in person and, experience that energy in person as well. Okay. Now I can see in the chat box, some of you have asked about the pricing as such. So I'd be more than happy to discuss about it as well. So we have, two kinds of retreat as such, like, we have Nirva luxury retreat and Nirva premium retreats as such. So talking about the pricing as such, the Nirva luxury retreat starts at, 449 pounds per day, both in lean and peak season. So the seasonal variation, you can see down there, like, which are the months involved. And the premium retreat starts at 210 pounds per day in lean season and 250 pounds per day in peak season as such. Okay, so these are the various categories of, retreat that we have got for you. I hope that now everyone got a clarity on the price variation as such. So two kinds of retreat, Nirva premium retreat as well as Nirva luxury retreat as such. And these are the price variations that we have got. And that's not just it. We have a special offer for all the event attendees for today. So everyone who books in today will get a 50 pounds discount per day on the luxury retreat, and a 30 pound per day reduction on, on the premium retreat as well. And all you have to do is, like, just lock in this offer, especially for today's event attendees, by just paying 99 pounds today. And this money is completely refundable as well. Okay, so if you're planning to do your wellness vacation anytime this year or in upcoming year, all you have to do is, like, lock in your offer by just paying 99 pounds today. Okay, so I hope everyone is clear on this. And if you lock in your introductory offer, you're saving, this much amount of money. So I'm going to give you the link to lock in this offer by just paying 99 pounds. So those of you who would like to, book in and keep and explore more about it in your upcoming discovery call, which you have already booked in, we can take it ahead. Okay, so I'm putting the link to make the payment of 99 pounds in the chat box. You can see the link in the chat box. So you can click onto that link and, lock in your offer for securing your retreat, either premium or luxury, with the special discount price today itself by just paying 99 pounds. Okay, I have put the link in the chat box. Those of you who would like to take up this offer and plan your vacation anytime this year, any months as such, because it's all based on your preference as such. Okay, I have a question from Jules. What all are included in the retreat for this rate? So Jules, it includes of, all the treatments, the Ayurveda treatments or Panchkarma therapies that would be, highly beneficial for your body, your accommodation, your food, the Ayurveda consultation, airport pickup, airport drop, and all the herbal supplements that are included as a part of, your health and wellness. And most importantly, you're also going to experience daily yoga sessions as well. Okay. Definitely. So Sharon is asking what's the difference between, luxury and premium. Definitely, Sharon, we'll be more than happy to help you out with that. Luxury has, a bit more amenities associated with it. And it's a 5-star luxury property as such. Whereas, premium, the package remains the same itself. It's just a variation with the property as such. If you would like to know more, I'll be more than happy to explain you over our call. Okay, wonderful. Yeah, definitely, if you would like to, lock in this offer, I would highly appreciate it. Some of you have already done that. You will get, the same pricing and everything. If you just like to, block in for 99 pounds today. Okay. So we have some of you who have already locked in that. I'll wait for a couple of minutes so that everybody can grab in your offer as such. Wonderful. And if you have any other doubts or anything as such, please, post it in the chat box. We will be more than happy to take in. And I'm posting the link to, book in the offer price as such once again. So you can see the link in the chat box. Yes, Sharon, I'll be more than happy to talk to you about it once again. So I've posted the link in the chat box once again. So those of you who have missed grabbing the offer, you can pay the 99 pounds today and lock in your special offer that is available for people who have attended the event today. Okay. Anyone, any other question, or would you like to discuss more in the call that you have scheduled? How should it be? Yes, Deb has already said that. Wonderful, Deb, no problem. Anyone else who would like to, book in your event special discount and plan your wellness vacation at Nirva? Okay. Okay, Jules, we'll wait for your payment as such. Yeah, wonderful. So Jules has completed her payment. Yes, Monica, we do have. Shelley also says so. She has completed the payment. Okay, wonderful, Jules. Welcome to Nirva Retreat. We look forward to, getting you an amazing wellness vacation this year. Great. So I hope I'll be meeting rest of you guys during the discovery call, wherein we can, discuss further about your itinerary, which month you're looking forward to travel, and, how to make this all possible as such. Okay. So wonderful, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. And if you have any other further queries or anything, you can always reach out to your health coach. And those of you who have already booked in the discovery call, we will be helping you with the further next steps as such. Okay. So I wish everyone a wonderful evening. Enjoy your dinner and sleep tight. Thank you so much, everyone. Bye. Bye, everyone.